What is up, friends? Welcome back to the channel. I am extremely excited to be getting into today's movie, which is Primer. I don't know how many of you have heard of this movie before, but it has been on my radar for a couple of years just because one of my favorite movies, or favorite kind of more indie movies, if you watch the first video on the channel, you already know this, but it's called Coherence. And ever since I watched a couple of videos like that on YouTube, or about that, I mean, a lot of people were saying if you liked that movie, then you'll like this other movie called Primer. And so that's how I first got put onto it. And I believe the budget for this one is even less than Coherence, which was already a very low budget film. And so I don't really know a whole lot about it because I've purposely avoided any information on it. I do know that it's got some time travel aspects, I believe, and the people who have seen it were telling me that it is a pretty confusing movie, or one that will take a couple of watches before you can kind of grasp the concept, which makes me excited. I really like those kind of movies, and so I thought this would just be a fun one to finally check out with you all. And it's a pretty short movie, at least compared to most feature-length movies. I think it's just under an hour and a half, and so I'm interested to see what they're able to pack into that runtime, but as I mentioned, don't really know a whole lot about it beyond that, and so hopefully you all enjoy watching along with me for it. And if you do, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up. Helps the video reach a lot more people, helps the channel grow, and of course you can check out the full-length reaction on my Patreon, link for that in the description below. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into Primer.
Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to read this, and you're going to listen. And you're going to stay on the line. Some of this you know. I'm going to start at the top of the page.
I'm a fan of the overlaid dialogue already, and the way he's saying his lines is kind of ominous.
Look, nobody's saying it wouldn't be fun. It's just the time for jacking around with Tesla coils and ball lightning in the garage is over. I mean, maybe this is something you try on your own in your free time, you know?
So are these guys like some scientists, or maybe some science students? I don't know.
I stuck by you guys when it was your turn. I wasn't 100% sure what we're doing, or even if I didn't agree maybe. But if it's my turn, if we're still playing by the rules, then this is what I want to try.
I like how it hasn't revealed too much to us yet, but from what I can gather, it's just these guys are trying to get some sort of invention that takes off, that could start their careers maybe. And it seems like they've gone through a lot of stuff so far.
Philip and Robert are gung-ho on theirs, and that's fine. But you know I have no interest in that. For what I want to do, and we don't need them. Not even Philip, because it doesn't need software.
Interesting. So is there a bit of drama in their group? They all want to do kind of different things right now?
We drop the box down on it, focus our own magnetic field to the gate, knock out with the inverse what's going on inside the ceramic.
Smart.
And that should change the transition temperature to something we can work with.
I don't understand a lot of what they're saying, but it's definitely interesting. Certainly makes sense that the dialogue and everything is so fast, though, considering the runtime. Gotta pack it in while you can. Well, I guess it's a good sign if production is starting. I'm assuming that's what they're doing right now, is building what they were talking about before. I know they mentioned a box a couple times.
What does it feel like?
I don't know if I'm making it up.
Here.
Whoa, man, that's pretty cool right there. I don't know if that's the end goal of their invention, but it looks like whatever they're doing's working.
Well, we gotta see what's going on in there.
How much did that cost?
You wanna put my camcorder inside the box that's so dangerous we can't look into it. If something happens, would you pay me back?
That's a pretty intense line right there, though, if they're working with something that dangerous.
Okay. Anything?
Oh gosh, man, that thing's moving pretty hectically. Is that supposed to happen? Hopefully.
You ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Oh shoot, man, I didn't expect that cut right there.
Abe, 7. Abe, it's 7 at night.
Okay, yeah, well, let's, I had food.
Okay,
so,
okay. Whoa, are those kids there?
What is going on right now, man? It keeps like cutting back and forth, like we jump back a few seconds.
Okay, let's go over this again. 2 batteries, right? 24 volts. What are we pulling out of this one?
12 volts.
Is there something strange going on with the power? Is it working without the batteries or something? I'm not 100% sure what they're talking about.
It doesn't stay like that.
No, I mean, it winds down in a few minutes. What does that? I don't know. I'll tell him something. I'll tell him we're spraying for bugs or something.
I like the mysteriousness surrounding it right now, so I think I was correct in assuming that the issue was that this thing is like running without battery power.
In a matter of hours, they'd turned it to everything from mass transit to satellite launching. They knew that the easiest way to be exploited is to sell something they did not yet understand. So they kept quiet.
Interesting. So this person narrating that's popping up again referred to him as they, so he's obviously outside of the group of people we've met.
Hey, did you flip my burger? I say to
You
Mr.
can't call him
Granger, flip my
Mr.
burger.
Granger. You have to
I mean,
call
I saw
him
you talk
like
to him.
Thomas or something.
You go ahead, Robert.
He won't take you seriously.
I like how they're talking about how they should approach the funder. This is definitely a big moment for him, though.
But as weeks became months, their enthusiasm became a slow realization that they were out of their depth.
Very interested what role the narrator is playing in this. Maybe he's just a narrator and he's separate from all the characters and stuff, and it's just an artistic choice.
There he is. I've been calling you all morning.
Where'd you call?
Your work and yourself?
I'm not there.
Something's odd about this right now, the way the camera was following him there before and the way he's talking, I think.
If you ditch work this afternoon and promise to do the few small things that I ask you, I will in return show you the most important thing that any living organism has ever witnessed.
How could you turn that down, man? That seems pretty amazing. Is it something about their invention?
But if it has a little moisture and it's left alone, it'll start secreting and it'll build up, but it takes a long time.
How long?
A long time.
More than a few days?
Yes.
Are they still talking about the box? Is that where the protein or the fungus that they're talking about was made? Did they create something they didn't intend?
So I said, screw it, and I put my watch in there.
Wait, digital or old mechanical?
Exactly. I did both.
And what?
I want you to do it.
Does he not want to give him the information right away because it's something you just have to see for yourself?
There's an AN and there's a BN. Okay, let's say the AN is 12 o'clock, the BN is 12:01. It travels forward north.
You gotta write this down.
Aaron, there's nothing to write down.
Well, then I'm writing it.
Okay, fine. Look.
I feel like I need to start writing stuff down, man. This is complicated. I kind of like that it's not super explanatory, though. It's not worried about expository dialogue. It's just worried about moving the story.
Every time it hits the BN, there's a chance, a small chance it won't curve back around towards the AN. And for some reason, it takes about 1,300 trips before it finally does.
I don't know if I understood all of that, but it's definitely interesting, even though it's very complicated.
It can enter at the BN, and exit at the AN before it flips back.
Here's how I'm making a bigger one.
I didn't say anything. You're the one talking about it.
Shoot, man, I don't know if that's a smart move or not. If they can't fully grasp the concepts or can't fully understand what they're dealing with the small version, I don't know if making it bigger is a good plan.
Look, I just want you to understand that what's next is not a prank, okay? So when you see this, you can't yell or make any noise or run anywhere.
What is he talking about right now? That's quite a way to set up something if he's talking about not screaming or yelling or running. Oh, bro, what? Okay, now we might be getting into the only thing I knew coming into this, maybe some time travel stuff. It's a freaking clone of himself.
Let's just wait 6 minutes.
Oh, I love this camera move right here, just slowly going to reveal what it is. It's not going to be the box that they find in there, is it? Dang, man, they cut away before they really showed what it was. I saw a whole bunch of wires and things, so maybe it is kind of the box or a version of it.
What'd you do all day? First time through.
Spent the day in a hotel room with Russell. Look, I'll just meet you back at the
I
shop.
wonder what I did. Guess I went back to work.
What the heck, man? So I guess they've already kind of figured it out for themselves, it sounds like. So is it not necessarily time travel? Is it like a time loop based off that if they're talking about reliving the same day?
We're gonna need both cars. But we need to park yours way down the road out of sight of the facility.
Wait, why are we doing that?
Because we need a ride home.
What is that?
No, it'll make sense.
This is freaking wild. I can definitely see why people were saying you need to watch this a couple times to understand it.
Why the timer?
Because the moment we start those machines is the moment we'll end up getting out of them, and
Right, got it. Sorry.
I don't want to be standing around when they do.
Yep.
This is such an interesting concept, man. Haven't really seen a story like this before. Gotta give him mad props for the creativity.
If we're dealing with causality, and I don't even know for sure, I just
What?
took myself out of the equation.
Err on the side of caution.
Yes.
Well, at least they seem like they're being pretty smart about the situation, taking necessary measures and trying to think about all the possibilities.
Asked which stock in their mid-cap fund had the greatest percentage gain that day.
When we go, can we just download chart data, trade on each movement?
Yeah, but if we do that, I want to use the library in Russellfield, use their computer.
Nice, man. I feel like that's definitely one of the go-to things whenever you figure out that you're reliving the same day or dealing with any sort of time travel is look at the stocks or betting or anything like that that you can use to make some money.
And I can imagine no way in which this thing would be considered anywhere remotely close to safe. All I know is I spent 6 hours in there and I'm still alive.
I like these lines. I love how they're doing all this explanation while showing us what they're doing as well. Just makes it a lot more interesting than just a conversation.
No, I've never considered myself claustrophobic, but I started sweating and I couldn't find the right flow rate on the tank, and I was breathing a lot differently than I was when
Gosh, man, that'd be so stressful. I can't believe they put themselves in the box. At least that's what I'm thinking they're doing right here.
It got to a point where it sounded safe to get out, but the stopwatch still showed a couple minutes, so I trusted the map and waited.
Man, they've certainly gone from just a cool little experiment to kind of playing with fire here, putting themselves in the mix.
You got out too soon. You have to wait for the stopwatch so that you know the gain is low. So we're back here. We're here. It's 8:50.
Oh man, here we go. What's gonna happen? I feel like there may be some strange things that occur, but also hopefully that doesn't screw anything up, him getting out early.
So then, at that moment, since my double was on the way to the hotel room in my car, I had to take a taxi home. But when we go, we'll be able to use your truck.
This is so much to wrap your head around, man. I'm amazed that he's able to keep track of everything like this.
What does this company do? Do they make things? I don't know. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that the price goes up. You know, and the volume's so high that the number of shares we're trading is not going to affect the price. You really don't know what they do.
He's asking the right questions, I feel like, because maybe there's some more coincidences here. I mean, it's definitely nice to double your money like that, but are they really just going to keep doing that forever? When does it stop? It's a clever way of setting it up, though, because you know that those are kind of our current or future people because they're using his truck, if I understand it right.
I would ram my fist through the flat of his nose. I wish that there was a way that I could do it and go back and tell myself not to. Because I just want to know what it feels like. That's all, really.
Sounds like they already have the perfect setup for him to do just that right there. Maybe this is going to evolve quickly from just being about stocks.
They don't sound like birds.
I think there are rats in the attic.
The idea had been spoken, and with no need for it, no advantage at all to be gained from it, the idea stayed.
Oh man, here we go. The ball is in motion. Or the plan, I guess I should say.
It's not a matter of trust.
No, I
It's
know.
just how much better will it be if in a few days, I surprise her and we all just fly to Costa Rica or somewhere for a month. We'll let her understand it gradually.
I guess that's a good point. I didn't consider that before. Eventually, she's going to find out, since there's no point in making all that money if you're not going to use it.
So I was just talking about Robert and Philip.
I don't want to tell him.
Oh, I know. They have a lot invested in the group, and I
don't want to tell him.
No,
Abe, if you need me to take the guilt on this one, fine.
Dang, man, that's crazy. They were working so closely together with them before. Are they worried they're just going to mess it up?
I had this dream in there. I was on or near the ocean, and I just kept hearing the surf. It was so uneventful.
Well, so far we haven't really seen too many negative effects of them going in here, so that's a good sign, I would assume, because it looks like they've been doing this quite a bit already.
You bleeding?
it is blood.
Turn it around.
You see it?
Where's it coming from?
It's your notebook.
Come here.
Aaron, it's you.
Oh, what is this?
Gosh, it's on your ear.
Oh shoot, dude, right as I freaking say that, this man's bleeding. That's gotta have some sort of connection to the box. We got some more of those kind of weird jittery cuts there for a sec too.
Hey, babe. Yeah, I'm not there. I had to come downtown and hold some of these guys' hands. Oh, that sounds good. Now I gotta eat with these offsite fags. Save mine, though. I'll have it later.
Hopefully him taking the call in there, talking to his wife, doesn't screw anything up, because obviously they've talked about making sure everything is the same so that your double doesn't get any ideas.
What? We're supposed to win this by 2. They just turned over with 12 on the clock.
We have to foul. No, we have to foul.
What? No, we...
Oh no, dude. Did something get screwed up along the way and now they're gonna lose? Because if things aren't happening the same, then that changes everything.
Man, are you hungry? I haven't eaten since later this afternoon.
That's a fantastic line. I love that. Since later this afternoon. Your appetite works differently when you're messing with time.
The network checks each area. When it finds the phone, it stops ringing. It rings the first one.
This one's ringing. So the one your double has in Russellville can't be.
Right, I think we broke symmetry.
Are you sure that's how cell phones work?
So it was a mistake for him to bring that phone along with him. So maybe that's why the game changed from before, is because he answered the phone, but that'd be quite a reach, quite a chain of events.
So that way my double sleeps through the night, they don't have the conversation we're having now, and they get in the box tomorrow as usual.
Wait, how do we go back that far if the machines haven't been running?
I started going by at 5 o'clock and turning them on.
Oh shoot, bro, Abe's been going rogue, doing his own thing. That feels risky to just start messing with things like that, especially without help.
Is that Rachel's car?
No, that's not Rachel's, that's her dad's. They have the same kind.
Did you see that? That's Mr. Granger. That's Thomas. He's sitting in that car.
Oh, the freaking investor from before. That's a connection I didn't expect.
I don't believe this. What, is he following us?
Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Well, let's just see what he wants.
What was that cut of the person running? It looked like it was the same guy that's in the passenger seat.
I'm almost positive this afternoon he was clean shaven. In fact, I know he was. He was ready to go to some function with his wife. He looks like he's got like a 2 or 3 day growth now.
Oh, wait, are you sure?
No, I'm not sure, but I think so.
Oh shoot, bro. Did Mr. Granger somehow find about their invention and is using it as well without them knowing?
May I speak to Thomas Granger, please? Yeah, this is James Miller from Putney and Myers. Hi, Mr. Granger.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Oh yikes, man. Him getting out of the car has me getting some chills or something. I feel like something's about to go down.
What happened? Okay, I slipped.
So that explains what the running shots we saw inserted were before. It was just a little bit in the future.
I just want to know what box you used. You built the one for you, right? Just the one.
Yeah, how many do you think I made?
These are set right. I turned them on at 5.
He could have used one and gone back to 5.
So he was using one of the boxes. Shoot, or did he invent his own box? He found out about what they were doing.
There's no way I would tell anyone about this.
Can you think of any reason that you might?
No, I can't.
Sometimes we do things, we don't know how we got to that point.
No, I can't.
Can't what?
I can't think of any reason why I would.
Oh, I see. They're considering if maybe their double, one of their doubles at least, went and talked to him.
What do you think he changed? I know he changed this. I know we weren't having this conversation the first time through. So you don't know what we lost.
Really could not have been much.
It doesn't matter how much.
Oh man, I've watched The Butterfly Effect, which is a movie that deals somewhat with similar stuff, and I know how much can happen just by little things. When you're dealing with time, you definitely lose a grasp pretty quick.
Past the room that contained their machines, and up 2 levels, he made his way to another room, where he had stored what I will refer to from here on as the failsafe machine.
Oh shoot, so there is something else that's been hidden from us up to this point. Is Abe the only one that knows about this? Is it just a separate box? Oh gosh, bro, what the heck? Did Abe just die, or did someone kill him? I can't tell if that was another Abe going up there. Well, he still is there, so maybe it was a double that he just suffocated or something.
There he is. I've been calling you all morning.
Really?
Your cell and work?
Not there.
Really?
Oh my, so that's why this scene was so strange before, and the way he was acting is because it came after the events we just saw. Oh shoot, bro, everything has changed. The conversation's completely different. He was just about to leave, so it isn't the same as before.
Promise to do the few small things I ask. I will, in return, Show you the most important thing that any living organism has ever witnessed.
Wait, what the heck, man? I'm guessing just based off those shots that he was listening to what he was saying?
Aaron would explain that when he went up there and found the failsafe running, he knew exactly what it was. But Abe would ask, how?
Wait, dude, I'm partially confused, but partially I think I understand what's going on. So is that why he was always wearing headphones? Is he was just hearing the conversation and knew exactly how to respond?
Even in a world of tamper-proof lids.
Oh my, those are the noises they were talking about that they heard upstairs. At least I'm guessing that would be a pretty wild connection.
He had already performed the task, as I had intended to, of recording the conversations of the day just in case. Through that earpiece, he had a 3-second lead on the world.
Bro, this is such a wild development. This is insane. Absolutely mind-blowing.
Hey, Will. Hey.
Will.
You pretentious prick.
You
What's that, your
pretentious
cell phone?
prick. What the hell's that?
No, it's a
Your cell
radio,
phone?
man. I'm listening to
No,
Florida
it's a
State.
radio. It's Florida State.
Dude, this is so crazy. I love this. So Aaron has been the mastermind the whole time. Abe thought he was in charge.
You know Robert?
Yeah,
He's got a birthday tonight. Why don't you come out?
I'm just gonna hang out with my cousin.
Bring him. Rachel will be there.
Oh, big reunion.
Shoo, bro. So him shooting up the party, or I think that's what happened, right? They said he shot some people. That was caused by Aaron, or was he just making sure it still happened?
We have complete control over it. At the end of the night, this guy is arrested and goes to jail. That's the way it goes. Your words, not mine. Now, come on, it has to be you. She said she was there because you told her you would be there.
Dang, that's so risky, just playing with such high stakes stuff.
Why can't we write like normal people? I don't know. I can see the letters. I know what they should look like. I just can't get my hand to make them easily.
Oh, fascinating. I love how all the little things are connected, because I was wondering why the writing on his little notepad from before looked so odd, but once again, I didn't think anything of it at the time.
I can tell you with certainty what I did that night when it was my turn, but I think it would do little good, because what the world remembers, the actuality, the last revision is what counts apparently.
What the world remembers, yikes, it must have been a pretty massive event.
Slowly and methodically, he reverse engineered a perfect moment. He took from his surroundings what was needed and made of it something more.
Oh gosh, bro, gotta stick to the plan. This is such a cool concept though.
Eventually, he must have got it perfect, and it must have been beautiful, with all the praise and adoration he had coming. He had probably saved lives after all.
He says this as if it didn't happen, that it's just in some alternate reality where it worked.
Let's get out there. Let's go somewhere where we don't speak the language.
Aaron, we don't have the money back here, and we'd have to steal our own passports.
Money. We'll make money.
This has gotten pretty out of control here, man. I don't know what happened at the party, though. They didn't really reveal it.
You're not going to be able to watch them forever. The box Abe is building won't work. He's got it wired wrong. And if they fix that, I'll start actually taking pieces out of it.
This is so crazy, man. I feel like you need a PhD in this movie to understand it, at least fully.
Go out there and do whatever the hell you want. There's no way in the world I can stop you. But don't come back here. And don't come near them.
Dang, now there's gonna be different versions of themselves roaming around. How do you know which Aaron is the real one at this point? Or are they all just the real Aaron?
My voice is the only proof that you will have of the truth of any of this. You will not be contacted by me again, and if you look, you will not find me.
What the heck, man? Very interesting ending right there. Such a wild concept, such a wild movie. So much to wrap your head around. It's a pretty insane achievement for how little they had to work with, because sometimes I'll watch indie movies or lower budget films and it like kind of inspires you, like, oh, I could go out there and maybe do something close to that, but the script of this movie I could never imagine coming up with. And so I'm guessing Aaron, whichever Aaron it is, really did go out there, move to another place, and is doing his own thing. Well, there's another Aaron there just living life normally, maybe. But I don't know what Abe is going to do, the future or current Abe, whichever one you want to call him, because didn't they show both a double of Aaron and Abe coming out of places? So is he just going to try and kill the other Abe, maybe? I don't know, man. There's just so much to wrap your mind around. Definitely a fun movie movie, though. I enjoyed it, especially all the twists and turns. Well, I feel like this one definitely delivered on the hidden gem front for me because I thought it was such a cool concept, and it was really fun just seeing all the mystery unfold, and especially with some of the reveals as we get towards the latter bit of the movie there, especially with things like why he was always wearing headphones and the reason why some of the writing was odd. And I'm sure once I go back and revisit this movie once or even a couple times, I'll get a lot more out of it. Definitely feels like a movie that you can pick up on a lot more as you go back through it, knowing what you do at the end of the film. But at the moment, definitely need some explained videos or articles, whatever I can find on it, just to get a better grasp on it. But I know a lot of you were saying that even those of you who have seen the movie still don't really understand all of it fully, or at least had to watch it a couple times to really grasp it. But I always like movies like that feel like puzzles that you have to continuously work at, as long as they are done correctly, because obviously there's some movies that the filmmaking or the story I just don't find fascinating enough to really care about uncovering the mystery. But I felt like this one did a great job of it, and coming into what I know is a low budget indie film, I'm not looking for necessarily groundbreaking camera work or acting or anything like that. And obviously this one, you could tell it was shot on a budget, and sometimes the acting wasn't necessarily that great, but for me, knowing what they were working with, it didn't bother me at all. I was just really enjoying learning the story and seeing everything play out. Definitely makes me interested to see if anyone who worked on this film has gone on to do anything else, because there's definitely a lot of creativity there that I'm sure they probably have some other great ideas as well that might be worth checking out. But I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on the movie, especially those of you who have seen it. Maybe you have some added points that I missed, or just some cool connections that are hard to pick up on a first time watch. But hopefully you all enjoyed watching along with me for this one. If you did, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up. Helps the video reach a lot more people, helps the channel grow, and of course you can check out the full-length reaction on my Patreon, link for it in the description below. And if you have any other indie film recommendations or anything similar to this, definitely let me know. Always looking for more things like this to check out, and always enjoy supporting smaller creations like this, because you can definitely tell that there's a lot of filmmaking passion in smaller projects like this. And so I look forward to seeing you all in the next movie reaction, and until then, peace.